Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something who's got your back. Not just when you're on top of the world, not just when the applause is coming in, but when the chips are down, when things are tough. Who is there for you in the storm? That is who a true friend is. A true friend is someone who stands by you, not only when things are going well, but especially when life takes a turn for the worse. It's easy to have people around you when everything is smooth sailing, when the sun is shining and your success is apparent. But those aren't the moments that truly test the strength of a friendship. No, a true friend is the one who shows up when the skies are dark, when the world feels like it's collapsing, and you don't even know how you're going to make it through the day. A true friend is there when you fail, not to judge you or tell you how it's all your fault, but to help pick you up, dust you off, and remind you that failure is just a stepping stone. They don't run away when the going gets tough. They dig in their heels and stay by your side because they understand that life isn't always about winning. It's about surviving, learning, and growing. They know that true friendship isn't just built on the good times. It's forged in the difficult moments, in the struggles where you feel the weight of the world pressing down on you. When you're going through something painful, whether it's the loss of a job, a relationship falling apart, or a personal crisis that leaves you questioning everything, a true friend is the one who will stay even when you feel like you've got nothing to offer. They'll listen when you need to vent. They'll offer a shoulder to cry on when the tears won't stop, and they'll quietly stand by you, reminding you that you don't have to go through it alone. They don't expect perfection from you, and they don't disappear when you're at your lowest point. This kind of support is rare because it requires something deeper than just being there. It demands emotional investment, empathy, and an unwavering belief in the bond you share. A true friend doesn't just show up when it's convenient. They show up when it matters. They are the ones who won't abandon you when you're at your worst because they understand that friendship is about being present, even in the hardest moments. It's about showing up for the person you care about, not because it's easy, but because they are worth it. And that's what makes the difference. A true friend doesn't leave when the crowd leaves. They stay when the applause fades. They stand with you not because they have to, but because they choose to. And in doing so, they remind you of the strength and value of real connection, the kind that doesn't fade with time or circumstances. It's this unwavering support that transforms moments of despair into opportunities for growth. And it's this support that makes all the difference in the world. A true friend doesn't just tell you what you want to hear, they tell you what you need to hear, even when it's uncomfortable. That's the essence of real honesty. It's easy to be surrounded by people who agree with you, who tell you everything is fine when it's not, who avoid rocking the boat for fear of upsetting you, but that kind of friendship is fragile. It's built on shallow waters. A real friend, on the other hand, understands that true friendship isn't about comfort, it's about growth. They understand that part of being there for you means holding up a mirror, even when the reflection isn't what you want to see. A true friend tells you the hard truths, the ones that sting, the ones that challenge you to think differently, to see things from a perspective you might not want to acknowledge. It could be something small. Maybe you're going down a path that isn't serving you, or maybe you're allowing yourself to stay in a toxic situation that's draining you. A true friend won't stay silent in those moments. They'll speak up, and sometimes that can hurt. But they speak up because they care, because they want you to be better, not just to feel better. But honesty doesn't just mean speaking the truth, it also means being trustworthy enough to hear the truth from you without judgment. Trust is the foundation of any real friendship. A true friend knows that what you share with them is sacred. They don't betray your confidence, they don't twist your words, and they certainly don't use your vulnerabilities against you. The trust they offer is a quiet strength that allows both of you to be open, to be honest, and to know that no matter how tough the conversation gets, neither of you will turn your back. It's knowing that the bond you share is built on respect, not manipulation, and that trust goes both ways. A friendship can't thrive if one person is holding back, hiding parts of themselves out of fear of being judged. In a true friendship, both sides feel safe to be open, to be vulnerable. When trust is broken, when honesty is sacrificed for the sake of sparing feelings, that bond weakens. But when honesty is upheld, when both of you trust each other enough to speak openly and listen intently, that bond deepens. It becomes something that can endure even the most difficult times because you know the truth will always be there no matter how tough it is to hear. True friendship isn't a transaction, it's a gift. It's not about keeping score, counting the favors, or looking for something in return. The essence of real friendship is rooted in selflessness, the willingness to put someone else's needs ahead of your own, even when it's inconvenient, even when it's hard, and even when you might feel like you have nothing left to give. A true friend doesn't measure the relationship by what they can take, but by what they can offer, by how they can show up for the other person, not because it's easy, but because they understand the value of being there for someone else. This kind of selflessness is not about grand gestures or big sacrifices all the time. Sometimes it's the small, everyday things that speak the loudest. It's offering your time when you know your friend needs someone to talk to, even if you're exhausted and have your own problems. It's setting aside your plans to be there when they're going through something difficult, when they need help but haven't even asked for it. A true friend listens not just to respond, but to understand. They give their attention when it would be easier to scroll through their phone. They give their patience when they feel like they've run out, and they give their love without expecting anything in return. Selflessness in friendship also means being there during the tough moments when it costs you something. Maybe your friend is facing a crisis and you have your own challenges to deal with. A true friend steps outside of themselves and says, "I will help you get through this, even if it means I have to put my own needs on hold for a while." It's not about sacrificing your own well-being permanently, but it is about recognizing when the other person needs you more than you need the comfort of your own plans or preferences. Real friendship isn't about convenience, it's about choosing each other when it would be easier not to. Selflessness also means supporting your friend's dreams and ambitions, even when those dreams take them away from you, even when you're left feeling a little bit lonely or uncertain. A true friend celebrates your victories as if they were their own, because they care more about your happiness and growth than about staying in a place of comfort. They push you to be better even when it means you may outgrow each other in certain ways. The selflessness in those moments isn't just in what you give, but in what you allow your friend to take the freedom to become who they're meant to be, even if it means they have to leave behind pieces of their old self or their old life. Selflessness in friendship is the ability to give, to support, and to show up even when it's not easy. It's the recognition that the value of the relationship lies not in what you receive, but in what you are willing to give. And it's that kind of generosity that turns a friendship from something casual into something truly meaningful. Respect and loyalty are the pillars that hold up any true friendship. Without them, there's nothing substantial beneath the surface. A real friend is someone who recognizes your worth, not just in the good times, but especially when the world around you starts questioning who you are and what you stand for. They understand that friendship is not about controlling or changing you, but about respecting the person you are and the boundaries you set. They don't try to push you into uncomfortable spaces or pressure you to compromise your values just to fit in or make them happy. They honor who you are, even when you differ in opinions or beliefs, and they make room for your individuality because they know that true connection comes from acceptance, not conformity. Respect in a friendship isn't just about allowing each other space, it's about actively listening, acknowledging differences, and supporting each other's personal journeys. A true friend doesn't belittle your dreams or make you feel small for wanting something different. They understand that your aspirations may not look like theirs, but they celebrate them because they recognize the importance of what those dreams mean to you. They're there to encourage you, to cheer you on, and to remind you that your ambitions matter even when the world seems indifferent. It's in that respect that a friendship becomes not just a connection, but a partnership where both of you help each other grow, even if it means stepping outside of your comfort zones. Loyalty, however, is where the rubber meets the road. Loyalty is about being steadfast and true, not just when it's convenient, but when it's difficult. It's about standing by each other when things get tough, when life throws challenges that threaten to tear you apart, and when others may turn their backs. Loyalty means that no matter what happens, you've got each other's backs. It's not about blind loyalty or loyalty to someone who constantly lets you down. It's about the kind of loyalty that comes from a deep understanding of the value of standing together through thick and thin. It's about saying, I'm here for you, not because you're perfect, but because you're my friend. True loyalty isn't shaken by gossip or the opinions of others. It's not about agreeing on everything or always seeing eye to eye. It's about standing together side by side, even when everyone else is running in the opposite direction. A loyal friend doesn't let you fall without offering their hand to help you up. They don't abandon you when things get hard. They dig their heels in and stay close, offering support, understanding, and encouragement. Loyalty isn't about avoiding conflict, but about sticking together in the face of it. It's a promise that no matter what happens, they'll stand by you not out of obligation, but because they believe in the bond you share. In the end, a true friend is someone who stands by you in your moments of triumph and failure, who tells you the hard truths when you need to hear them, who gives without expecting anything in return, and who respects and remains loyal to you through all of life's twists and turns. Friendship is not a one-way street, it's a shared journey built on mutual trust, unwavering support, and an unspoken understanding that you're both in this together no matter what. It's easy to find people who will be there for you when things are easy, but the measure of a true friend is how they show up when the road gets rough, when the world seems against you, and when all you have left is each other. True friendship isn't about taking, it's about giving. It's about being there when it's inconvenient, about respecting the other person's boundaries and dreams, about remaining loyal, even when times get tough. These aren't just qualities that define friendship, they are the qualities that make life richer, that make the struggles worth facing and the successes worth celebrating. So as you look around and think about the friends you've had, the friends you have now, and the friendships yet to come, ask yourself, are you that friend? Are you showing up with unwavering support, with honesty, with selflessness, with respect and loyalty? Because that's what it takes to build a friendship that lasts, a friendship that strengthens both people and stands the test of time. At the end of the day, it's not the achievements we collect, the awards we win, or the fame we gain that truly defines us. It's the people who stand with us through it all. And that's what makes a true friend. Thank you. That's a rare thing, but it's also the most precious thing you'll ever find. So let's not take it for granted. Hold on to those people. Be that person for someone else. Because in the end, it's not the wealth you build or the fame you gain or the accolades you collect that matter. It's the people you've stood by and who've stood by you that make life truly rich. Thank you.